Howdy y'all, I'm Freeze Cracked here. I'm doing kind of a schizophrenic day where I just am talking about different stuff and none of it makes any sense, at least not to me. So I just broke this other thing in half that I was working on. I don't even know if I'm going to post that little segment. I think it actually had a flaw though, but I thought I'd work something a little bit different. This is a little bit unusually shaped rock, nodule chert, and it's Florence D, I think, from Kansas. I can see all kinds of little 300 million year old fossil debris all over the face of it, just all kinds of cool little stuff. But this is all naturally cracked. It's not sawed or anything, it's just broken like this. So obviously I'm not going to be able to save much of that, if any. And I'm not even sure, I guess there's a point in there, maybe in there somewhere, or in there somewhere, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I'm not even sure if I should hit this on camera, but I guess I will. So we'll just hit it a little bit. It's got all kind of stuff in it. That's cool. Man, that's some trashy stuff. And I say trash lovingly because I like fossils, so it's not trash to me. I don't know what to do with this though. I mean, it's like, which part do I try and save? Cracks. There's going to be a bunch of cracks in here. And that's part of the problem, is I don't know where they are in there. I mean, sometimes you can spot some of them on the surface, but at this stage of the game, I kind of feel like it's a good idea to try and not lose much pieces of the puzzle, because I don't know which pieces are good. See crack in there. Big crack in there. Crack in there. Goodness gracious. I just started braiding, I'm going to have a hand cut to pieces. See, you know, you got to be careful, because that went right down there to a freeze crack and hinged out, and if I'd hit it any harder, you know, who knows what it would have done. Well, I know I'm not going to be doing anything okay, let's see. There's a crack in there. I don't really see anything in here. In theory, that hole goes pretty deep there. That hole goes deep over there. Those holes go past each other. There ain't no point in there. Dang, what am I going to do with this rock? Y'all? Is there any one of y'all watching that's close by that could run over here and work this for me? I gotta go get a better rock. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get crazy and go from extreme to extreme, okay? I'll work this puzzle by myself, and I don't know if I'll ever get anything out of it or not, but I like this kind of rock. So I'll make something. If I have to make a flake out of the debitage. Do I have any good debitage? Ah, there's a point in there. There's a point in that one. Oh yeah, we'll save that. Alright, so now I go to something else I was going to show you. This is as weird as it gets. Look, a percussion slab that somebody made out of raw dark version pedernales, which is the tough stuff. And it feels to me like it may still be raw. I don't know if anybody's worked a percussion slab before. The cool thing about this particular thing is that it's cut from a nodule. It's got some semi-natural platforms with an angle on it already, which if it didn't have that, then I'd be having to turn it. But just to show you, it's kind of square right in here. So I'll try and turn it right in there. You can take and just, you can either hold it off your leg and have a finger underneath it, or you can put it on your pad, tilt it up, hit straight down. And it has a tendency to create an angle a little bit. And with the angle, if you're lucky and you get enough on there, you can go back the other way once you've got that angle and start your process of creating convexity and zigzagging. I said this before on another little slab video. I always try and hit obliquely when I'm zigzagging, so that there isn't as much steepness to the result. That time I was just hitting downward to try and turn that. So here I am on the end, so you got to be careful. So I got, you know, holding up on this end, holding all the way down along my hand the whole way, holding the front edge here because I ain't got enough fingers, and hitting that way to make, see that flake ran all the way across here, and it's not steep at all. So I started creating some convexity and everything, and I had no chance of in-shocking it because the shock was that way, not the other way. But I didn't raise the platform enough with it. Come back and do it again, and it just does it more. That time the platform definitely went to the other side. But don't get all crazy with trying too hard to do too much when you're just edging a slab. Slabs are fragile by virtue of their flatness on both sides. They don't have the structural strength that convexity lends. So while you're trying to get your setup with good platforms, go easy. See, that's not traditional zigzagging, because I mean that was a long zig. I'm leaning it up a little bit. I'm trying to go along it more. I could hit it just right in and have it go in more. It's kind of down close to the face. I'm trying to make it extend out a little ways. To raise that edge a little. This was the side that I said it was like a natural platform though, so in reality, I mean, I can support underneath it and just hit downward and start the process on here. I don't have to be zigzagging along this side if I don't want to. course, for those of you that are sawing out slabs and stuff, or wanting to, clearly if you would put a bevel on the edges to start with, when you cut them out, that definitely would make things easier for you, because it's a lot easier to just go along a continuous platform than it is to zigzag, and you don't lose as much sometimes. So I don't know, do whatever you want, but don't get impatient. Okay, that's too close to the center line. I say don't get impatient. Let's see, let's get crazy here. All this debitage out from under my feet. I think I haven't hit anything with big indirect lately. So you're like, well, why would you hit a little bitty old slab like that with big indirect? And I'm like, well, because the tools are here, and I'm here, and you're here. So, and some people said, well, you can't hold it off your leg. Can't hold it off your leg and hit it slow with indirect. So let's see if we can do anything. That was slow. That was off the leg, and that flake went to the center line. This is real steep right here, so it may not take a flake. It's sliding down off. I took a little bitty flake. Go right here and see if I can do something with that platform. I'm hitting on cortex, so it's kind of crushing a little. That took a good flake. This one's too steep also, and slippery. Hey, I wonder if we could try and turn this edge with indirect. Let's try that. Put it up here on my leg. Yeah, that blew the edge off. So now we're going to zigzag with indirect. I've never zigzagged with indirect before. So I knocked that off, made an angle. I'm going to come in on this platform. I'm going to try and hit obliquely on my leg. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just experimenting, y'all. Okay, now that didn't quite raise it far enough, so I'm going to tilt it up to make up for that. You probably want some good padding if you do this. There's a freeze crack right in there on that one. Gotta clean that up and switch over to this other side for a minute. Might be a little safer. I think I need more padding. Where is something big and leathery? Here's big and leathery. Dang. That was a good flake. I guess I just violated the rule of making YouTube videos that never act surprised when you do something cool. But oh well. And you say, well, you know, this sure is taking you a long time. Yeah, I know. Well, there's one of them things that stings. Can't remember what those are called. There's some kind of like a wingless wasp that lives around here. Oh crap, I'm 15 minutes. I'll be right back.